Straight down the gun barrel. Can you see him, baby? Get on him. Can you see him? Put it on his head. Put it on his head. Put it on his head and shoot him. Put it on his head and shoot him. Friendly, do you see the turkey? Okay. I ask myself the same question every year. I remember how to do this. I feel like hunting deer is pretty easy. When the ducks are here, you go duck hunting. It's tough hunting turkeys. You have to outsmart the turkey. But when you've got them in range and you got your bead on them, you know you won. And for a split second, it's almost like you want to give them a second chance. My name is Dylan Morris. I'm from Prattsville, Arkansas, and I'm a full-time turkey taxidermist. Just focusing on turkeys, and I'd just rather it be all things turkey. They're fun to mount, they're fun to hunt, fun to listen to, fun to look at. I just like turkey. John Beard out of Tennessee taught me how to mount turkeys. He mounted my first 2 turkeys. I drove to Tennessee, I walked in, and his birds looked better in person than they did in the pictures to me, and me and him got to talking, and he told me he offered classes.
You come in person for 3 days and you learn everything from A to Z. I may mount 2 to 4 turkeys during those 3 days. I've had a lot of good people help me along the way. I'm very thankful for that, where now I get to be that person.
Shortly after I took those birds to him, I went and took the class and learned how to mount them, and they're definitely looking better than when I first started out. And I don't have to have anybody mount my turkeys anymore. He doesn't tell you you've done a good job all the time, you know. He wants you to succeed at everything you do, and like I say, he's just a good guy, and I'm glad that we stayed in contact after the class. Another guy is Shane Smith. Him and John hold a seminar, and I went down there, and Shane's the same way. He wants everybody to be great.
I'll never forget the first time Dylan came in. He's real quiet, real reserved. John just kind of takes him under his wing, and they continue to do classes, and every time we have a freedom class, Dylan comes back. He's been a lot of fun. To see him grow, to get uncomfortable, to do some really good work, that's a win.
I joke with Dylan. He always said, "Man, you've never given me a compliment." And I said, "Well, you've never given me a reason to." I said, "Your work's not there yet." I always mess with him like that, but the reality is Dylan's gotten better with every bird he's done. And that's how taxidermy works. You may not be the best today, but a month from now, you'll be better than you are today. Well, now Dylan's full-time taxidermist at home, built his own shop, and to see that and see his growth and how far he's come is incredible. Dylan, over the years, he's become a very good taxidermist now, but he's not giving up.
We were in Arkansas. We were duck hunting in January, just a couple years back, and shoot, man, we were having lunch at a diner, a little diner in the middle of nowhere. We're sitting there hanging out, eating, and I hear one of the guys from down the table. He asked Dylan. He said, "Dylan, man, how long does it take you to mount a turkey?" And he goes, "Not long." And he goes, "Well, yeah, but how long?" And I remember Dylan saying, 6 hours. And the guy was like, "Holy crap, like really?" And Dylan's like, "Yeah, man, about 6 hours. I could probably have it done." And I thought to myself, like, surely I heard wrong, maybe 16 or 60, but no, he said 6 hours. So I chimed in and I was like, "Dylan, are you sure 6 hours? Like, you're not?" He said, "No, man, 6 hours. It's about what it takes me, and from start to finish. And look, cool, I believe you, but if you're not full of crap, like, I'm gonna bring this to the team and see if we can make a cool film about it and see if we can, ride that line." And he was like, "No, I'm dead serious, I can." I said, "Okay." So I took it to the team, we left, I took it to the team, and they were like, "Let's do it." Cool. So we move on, which is great, and I loved it. But here's my problem. I don't really know if he can. To go hunt, to actually shoot a bird, that's That's hard enough in itself. We all know turkey hunting's not a layup, no matter what, you know. And on top of having to mount a bird in 6 hours, we're talking daylight, you hear him gobble. At some point in the day, you shoot him, and then before the sun goes down, you've got this bird taxidermied, fully stuffed. You know, 6 hours for a turkey? I don't know, man. But if anybody's saying they can, and I'm gonna believe them, it's gonna be him.
Yeah, he needs a red dot right on his head.
Yeah, you got it. Did you get him? Hey, how about that?
I respect them just because they're so hard to beat at their own game. We wake up at the butt crack of dawn, go out there, we're up, ready, got this whole game plan. He's asleep on a limb, and 80% of the time he's gonna win.
The anticipation, the unknown, the terrain, and the challenge that a turkey gives you, there's nothing that compares to it.
The challenge is where it's at for me. If it was easy, I wouldn't do it. But the benefit of it is the time of year. I could go and hunt and never kill a turkey and have the best days. I mean, they're irreplaceable, just being in the woods.
I don't consider myself like a great turkey hunter. I like to go turkey hunting. And I think there's a line there that when you become a turkey hunter, there's more to it than just going to hunt turkeys, right? I think it is one of the more pure things you can do. And I don't think there's any other way to put it. I appreciate turkey hunting. I appreciate the wild turkey. I love the wild turkey. But it's got a lot of people wrapped up, and I can see why.
Turkey hunters look at turkeys different than people that just go out and shoot a turkey here and there. How they come in, whether they're just walking, all the noises they make, changes the colors of the heads. When you got them at the end of your gun barrel, you almost just want to sit there and watch them instead of unalive them. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. And I don't know. I just love the wild turkey. I don't know what it is, but I love them.
To see such a wonderful bird that is a symbol of our heritage here in the United States not only be preserved in taxidermy, but it's an emotional preservation. Because if you're a turkey hunter and you love turkeys, the emotional charge that you get from a turkey hunt is life-changing. It really is.
As a taxidermist, it's not just about creating a mount, it's also help preserve the experience and the memory. There's two great days of being a taxidermist. It's when they drop off and when they pick up. They want to tell their story. We all do.
I've got story like everybody else. We could sit here and just tell stories. The best stories come from turkeys. They just do.
It's always a bittersweet moment when we win. The excitement consumes us. But when your heart slows back down, I just like to take a moment with the bird and let it all sink in and thank God for everything that He created for us and allowing us to do what we do in the outdoors. I really love getting to do what I do for a living, being a turkey taxidermist, bringing these birds back to life for all walks of life, whether they're 6 years old or they're 75. This morning was really something special for me. I got to do it with my own daughter. This morning we went out and harvested a 22-pound eastern here in Arkansas, which is an extreme accomplishment for a youth in itself, in my opinion. I also really love that we're able to not only admire the bird in his habitat and where he calls home, but to give him a second chance by taxidermy. Now we get a second chance to admire the bird for years to come, to remember him, the challenges he gave us, to just honor the harvest by keeping his story alive. I'm thankful the good Lord blessed me with the hands to be able to bring this bird back to life for Brinley. It's a process her nor I will never forget due to the fact that we accomplished all of this in the same date. Now we have something on our wall that we can admire year in and year out. It's something that me and her will just never forget.
Against, I wouldn't say all odds, but against the clock, he freaking did it, dude. Like, he did it and did a great job with it. The turkey looks great. And I'm not gonna say he proved me wrong, but he definitely proved it right, proved himself right. And a line that we had to be careful with, and me and Dylan discussed it many times, was like, man, this is a pretty sacred bird for a lot of people. That was our country's bird, and the bald eagle almost got second place, you know? We wanted to be really careful to not like downplay the fact that this 6-hour process is worth only 6 hours. Like, this is a bird that we're trying to make live forever. Dylan, I think, more than most, is wanting to get better and better and better and chase perfection in that taxidermy side. And he wants, more than anything, when you get your bird back, it's everything you expected and then some. So for us to be able to say, hey man, let's make something fun with this, let's make something cool, and Dylan to go out and just crush it, yeah, I believed you would.
I wish I could breathe life back into him so I could hunt him again tomorrow. Ben Rogers Lee.